Welcome to the Soul Talk Energy Insight for November 4th to the 10th. This is the new moon week, and I am so excited to be here. My name is Jackie Ellis. I'm with JackieEllis.com, and I am an intuitive guided mentor. I am a Reiki master. I see energy, and I help people decode the energy within them so that they can transform their life into a life that they love. This week's energy insight is going to be done a little bit differently. I do have some message about, like I normally do, about the domain that we're in for the week, as well as I was guided to give you a little bit of a overall energy, what might be influencing the energies that we could experience this week, as well as there's three messages that I always ask my guides, and they tend to fall in order as to kind of like the experiences as we progress through the week. So the first message will be more relevant to the beginning of the week, and then the second message is around the middle of the week, and then the third message sometimes really relates to as we are entering into the following week or near the end of the week that we're in. And so Soul Talk members will get the entire video early so that they can really step into their power with full knowledge and be able to kind of get some insight as to what that means for their journey ahead of time, so they can reflect on it and ask their own guides or spiritual mentors what that means for them. Everyone else will be given this piecemeal throughout the week so that they are supported as they go along as well. So, without further ado, I'm going to talk to you about the domain that we're in. So specifically, November 4th to the 10th is the new moon week. And the new moon, what I'm going to actually talk to you about the Light Mastery Map is available for download on my website. If you do not have it, I recommend that you sign up for any of my free resources and then you'll be guided to create a profile on my website and go to the portal, VIP portal, and download the Light Mastery Map. It will help you decode the energies that I'm talking about, and so that you can step into your inner power easier and faster. So the domain, each week has there's a cycle. There's a cycle. And the week that we're in, the new moon week, is very much centered around our heart chakra. And so it's using energies to really play with our to really dance and play with things that we desire and we love. It is centered around our value, or how we perceive our value, what we value, as well as the values we are holding. It is centered around our worth, or what we feel is worthy, and what we're willing to sacrifice in order to move forward in our life. Now, sacrifice doesn't mean giving up something that we love or that is helpful for us in the hopes of, possibly getting something else. It is sacrificing is releasing what's no longer helping us move forward in life, so that we can receive what's waiting for us, that's even a healthier option for us. So I want you to really reflect in this week. I tend to, we tend to find ourselves in this week of the new moon sitting down and reflecting on what we desire for our life going forward. What are the things that we're willing to do in short-term goals to be able to make that vision, big picture vision for our life possible. And it is being able to do those things and know that we are willing to do those things that align with our own worthiness, that align with who we are, and really be able to express who we are in a way that is in alignment with our soul. And it's knowing what you love. It's knowing who you love. It's knowing what you value. It's knowing who you value in your life. And it is not filtering who you are for anybody. It is not filtering what you desire in order to achieve something that doesn't align with you. It is very much a true to you type divine power that's coming out of your heart. It is lovingly being able to express love and receive love without expectations. And that's truly what this energy is about. When we are changing who we are for other people, we are holding on to expectations that we think they hold for us. And we're not honoring that relationship with the other people because they don't know who we truly are in those situations. It is when we are just lovingly expressing, when we are just expressing love without expectations, it doesn't matter if we belong to one person or a group of people, or we just know that we are part of the greater good for mankind. And we will be okay no matter what. We will find the words, we will find the actions that we need to take to honor ourselves and the other person no matter what. Always, 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 always. And if we find ourselves not being able to do that in some way, or feeling like we can't be our true selves around people, then we're on the wide pathway in some way, and we need to find our way back in the narrow pathway, so that we can truly release those expectations and be more aligned with who we are. Okay, so the energy for the week. So there is a little bit of a preface that my guides wanted to tell you around what's happening in the world and how it could impact you and really help you. What I'm being guided to say in the next few moments will help you try to find your ground, try to find your foundational support through whatever comes through in the week ahead. And so there's world events happening, and there's also behind the scenes stuff happening that we are not necessarily privy to. It's very much a world war that's happening right now, but a lot of the pieces that are happening are moving. A lot of the pieces that are moving around we're not privy to right now, but we will be as powers that be allow us to see what's happening. And we just have to be open to be able to see those, and to be able to understand what we're seeing. And so, but my guides want you to know that there's a struggle that's happening right now. There's a struggle of will. There's a struggle of will that's occurring in this moment. And one side is trying to hold on to power that they have, that they've spent years building, and that they're recruiting. They're going to do something to help recruit people so that they can stay in power. But they're going to do it in a way that can seem like it's very creative, but it plays with people's imaginations. It creates illusions, and it creates more illusions for people. So it may actually trigger more fears. It may trigger some PTSD for people. It may trigger a lot of trauma, emotions, trauma patterns within people. And they're doing it in a way that is meant to help prevent what it's their last ditch effort, because they feel this is the only way that they can actually keep power in some way. And so, but I'm through it all, truth prevails. Through it all, truth prevails. And so at some point they will be faced with the adversity, They will be faced with something that is extremely powerful, and it's not going to be easy for them to overcome it. The other side is driven by love. Love for the people. And they're making inroads. They're making inroads towards success. This is what I've been shown. So the side that is driven by love for the people is making inroads for success. But it's going to be shaky. Or it could be shaky. So they need our help. They're trying to bring more of a harmonious change to the world, but they need our help. And in order for us to help, we need to actually help project the love, project more love out into the world, and help spread that ripple effect. They need us to calm the inner storms within us so that we aren't feeding into that fear and anger, so that we are standing here with the assurance that we are supported no matter what illusions are placed in front of us, and that so that the side that is doing it out of love for the people, they are able to remove the outer storm that is trying to manipulate us into fear-based actions. I don't know what that means. I don't know what's ahead, but I do know that it's not going to be a comfortable week for anybody. So if any week is a time, if any moment is a time to start looking within yourself and calming all of the things that, and working through all the things that are coming up for you and allowing yourself to heal and learning the tools that you need to be able to do that, now's the time to be able to do that. Now's the time to be able to do that. For your own health and well-being, for your own physical health, for your own emotional health, for your own mental health, and strengthen your spiritual well-being. So that you can trust and love yourself in ways that are, it's a deep connection that it's hard to explain. It's so hard to explain it, but once you feel it, you know it deep within you. You know it deep within you. Okay, so the first message that I got for this week was find the balance between what you value most and that which you are holding on to out of obligation or perceived obligation. Find the balance between what you value most and that which you are holding on to out of obligation or perceived obligation. So, resources this week are going to be a huge thing. There's things that we believe that we're holding on to that may be taken away. We may find that we don't own them anymore because of things that are happening in the world, and there it may get scary. It may get scary, but I want you to know that you're supported always. Choose your battles. Choose your battles, and look at the big picture for your life. Look at the big picture for your life. So, is having that power struggle that you want to have worth having? Do you energetically want to feel that way going forward in the week? Or is there something that you can just, release and know that you are that you are supported, and that no matter what happens, things will work out for the greater good of mankind, no matter how that falls. And this is where knowing what matters to you really, really helps you. This is where where knowing how you want to feel when you're in alignment will help you, guide you, and support you through this week. Shed what doesn't align. Just release it. And if it certainly doesn't align with your values or how you see yourself helping people in the world, then let it be. I'm not saying this is going to be easy. I'm not saying this is going to be easy. For some people, this could mean just a declutter of their home. But I have a feeling that it's much bigger than that. I have a feeling that it is going to be very much bigger than just us being guided to clear out some boxes we've been holding on to, or old furniture that we've kept, or things that don't want, or just taking up space in our lives. I have the feeling that I'm getting is this is going to be, it's going to shake people's world in ways that they didn't expect, the ways that will challenge how they how they feel in their life right now, how their quality of life might actually be impacted in some way. I talked about this in the monthly energies. Quality of life is going through a massive transformation. This specifically might link to that in a big way. And so I want you to really sit with it and in the big scheme of things, our health and wellness is more valuable than the things that we own or the things that we think we own. So we need to really sit with what matters. What matters to you? What do you value? And how much do you value it? Choose your battles. The second, or further to that, there was more that came through. So, control is a big thing this week in that, if we are holding on to things that are no longer honoring who we are or honoring what we value or really are not in the top 5 things that we value the most, and we're like holding on to it with death grips and trying desperately to keep it. Why are we trying to hold on to it? What's the purpose of that? If we let go of those controls, if we let go of that control and let go of the things that don't matter as much to us, what are we opening ourselves up to that is a better way of living? What is that transformation in our quality of life being? What can bring us? What is there waiting for us? If we let go of what we think we need to keep right now, like what's possible for us? And the same goes with our relationships. If the relationship is worth more than trying to control whatever situation we're trying to control, then let go and value the relationship more. Love yourself and others through this. And know that some will feel the need to defend their resources, while others will get pulled into a fight that isn't theirs. That is part of their journey. But instead of getting upset and angry at people for doing what they think is the right thing to do, just love them through it. Just love them through it, love yourself through it, and for most of all, protect your energies and choose your battles wisely. When you're doing this, I'm begging you, please, 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 please. Energetically, you can defend without lashing out at others. You can defend without striking out at others. And when you do that in those ways, in that way, when you do that, when you defend without lashing out or striking others, you are doing it out of love. Love for yourself and for the other person. The second message. Fear and restrictions are a power play on the surface. More restrictions might happen. We may feel bound. We may feel restricted in being able to do certain things. There may be lots of fear in the world, a lot of uncertainty happening. Those are surface things. Those are surface allusions to what's really happening. And I want you to really try and remember that. If we are looking outside of ourselves, we will believe the illusions that we see. We will believe that we are limited. We will believe that we do not have the resources that we need to move forward. We will believe that we aren't supported in whatever way. And a lot of powers that be want us to feel that way. They want us to feel that way. But when we look within and trust our intuition, we are guided to whatever resources we need to not only survive, but to thrive through this period. If we quiet ourselves and breathe before reacting, we will find a way to get through it without feeding into the fear, without feeding into the anger, without living in a chaotic way. Breathe in the light and empower yourself to take the right step forward by listening to your intuition, by listening to what you're being told. You need more than your eyes to see. Be still and know that you are supported always. And then when you're told to take action, take the action that you're told to take. Third message. Wisdom will be revealed to bring people together again. Wisdom will be revealed to bring people together again. Excuse me. Okay. Many separating and polarizing energies were manipulated. The polarizing energies were manipulated to keep those in power for their own self-worth gain. Those people that needed to keep themselves in power in order to do what they felt they needed to do, were manipulating the energies that we were feeling for their own gain, for their own purpose, for their own journey. They weren't doing it for the greater good of mankind. They weren't doing it for the greater good of the world. They were doing it as a way to boost their own self. And in doing that, what they did was they created lies and illusions and stories, like big stories, to help us feed into the fear, feed into the storyline, feed into the illusion of, like, these are like even things that were foundational to our learning experience through life. We're foundational cornerstones to how we shaped our lives. And these lies and illusions are going to be revealed and seen on a large scale. Some of them are being leaked, some of them are being shown, but not everyone is understanding them, not everyone is believing them. There's still people that are manipulating and feeling or making it look like those messages are not real. But at some point, there will be a crack big enough that it will be revealed and seen on a large scale. Allow the wisdom and truth to run through you so that you can discern between what you believe and what you don't want to believe. That's completely up to you. But I want you to do it in love and understanding towards yourself and towards other people. And that's the key here, is that we love ourselves through this and we love other people through this. Seek your understanding yourself. Look within to see how it resonates with you. Because when we are able to do this, and we're doing this out of love for ourselves and other people, we will make our way towards balance once again. Harmony will happen once again. I'm sending you all love. I'm sending you all love through this. Truly, truly, truly. If any of this message resonated with you, I'd really appreciate it if you would share the love, like this video, subscribe to my channel. If you feel compelled to help support me in any way, so that I can continue making content like this for people like you, every coffee that is bought for me on a virtual coffee is helpful in helping me support me and my family through this time. Soul Talk members get the full video in advance, ahead of everyone else, and get time to reflect on their own journey with regards to what I'm being shown from my guides. The information for Soul Talk membership is in the link below. If you have any questions at all, please drop a comment or contact me in any way. Again, thank you so much for joining me on this journey, and until next time, be simply you.